I've been trading live markets for 17 years. Bull runs, crashes, everything in between. And after all that time, I've learned something that sounds insane to beginners. You are never more dangerous to your account than right after a winning streak. Not after losses, not during drawdowns, right after you start feeling good. Losing streaks make you careful. Winning streaks make you sloppy. And if your account has ever blown up right after your best week, this video is the reason why. Most traders think losses are the enemy. They're wrong. Losses slow you down. Losses force review. Losses hurt, but they keep you alive. Winning streaks do the opposite. They make you feel smart. They make you feel early. They make you feel chosen. And that's when the market sets the trap. Because after a few green trades, something subtle changes. You don't consciously decide to break rules, you just feel less need to follow them. You still think you're disciplined, you still think you're trading your system, but your standards quietly drop. You stop checking and start assuming. You stop waiting and start anticipating. You don't trade worse, you trade looser. And the market lets you get away with it at first. This is where psychology takes over. Every winning trade hits your brain with dopamine, not motivation, dopamine, the same chemical behind gambling addiction. You don't just feel confident, you feel untouchable. Risk looks smaller, probability feels optional. The market stops looking dangerous and starts looking like an ATM. This is what I call the God complex. You think you've finally figured it out. You think this time is different. It's not. You didn't become elite in 48 hours. You just got louder. And the market loves loud traders because it's about to humble them. The scariest part is that sloppiness doesn't show up immediately. It hides under green P&L. You still wait for setups, but you enter a little earlier. You still use stops, but you move them where it feels safer. You still size reasonably, except when the setup looks really clean. Nothing feels wrong because nothing goes wrong yet. Every win reinforces the wrong lesson. You don't think I broke my rules and got lucky. You think I read that perfectly. This is when the story in your head changes. Instead of I win because I follow my process, it becomes I win because I understand the market. And once you believe your understanding is the edge, rules start feeling optional. You relax your criteria. A setup that wouldn't pass on Monday looks close enough by Thursday. You ignore resistance. You trade the feeling instead of the chart. You didn't change your system, you changed your standards. Then comes the most dangerous lie in trading. I'm just playing with house money. No, you're not. The moment profit hits your account, it's yours. That money belongs to your future, your family, your freedom. When you treat capital like it's free, you treat it with zero respect. And capital that isn't respected leaves. Then comes size creep, where accounts actually die. You had a great week trading one lot, so next week you trade two. Not because your account doubled, because your ego did. You're not managing risk anymore. You're trying to fast forward your life. And this is where I need to slow down and tell you the hardest story I have. There was a year, 2014, where I thought I was unstoppable. 8 winning trades in a row. I felt brilliant. I remember sitting there, eyes closed, already spending the money in my head. Penthouse, cars, freedom. On the 9th trade, I didn't just size up, I doubled my size. Then I tripled it. I told myself, this is the one. The trade went against me, and instead of cutting, I added. I used martingale, doubling down on a loser, because my ego physically couldn't accept being wrong. In 45 minutes, 2 weeks of profits were gone. I didn't stop. I fought the market until the margin call. Account wiped. 0. I remember staring at the screen, hands shaking, and then the dark thoughts came. Not just about trading, about myself. What's the point? What did I just destroy? That day burned one lesson into me forever. The market does not care about your streak. Every trade is independent. Every decision matters. That's why pros fear winning streaks more than losing ones. After losses, fear keeps you careful. After wins, nothing does. So pros do the opposite of what most traders do. They slow down after good periods. They tighten rules instead of loosening them. They reduce size instead of increasing it. Because they know the market doesn't punish arrogance immediately. It waits until you're fully convinced you're safe. After that blow-up, I built one rule that saved my career. I call it the circuit breaker. Anytime I hit a 3-trade win streak or a major daily target, I'm forced to stop. I walk away, no exceptions. Dopamine has to return to baseline. Before my next trade, I review my worst losses from the last month. I kill arrogance with memory. And I withdraw half the profits immediately. You can't give back money that isn't there. Trading isn't about streaks, it's about survival. If you feel sloppy, it's not the market, it's chemistry. Be boring, be disciplined, because you are always one emotional decision away from becoming a statistic. If you want raw, no-fluff trading psychology from 17 years in the trenches, subscribe. Stop chasing the high. I'll see you in the next setup.